Anthony Adebayo. We off the record.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes.
You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. We off the record. Anthony Adebayo. We off the record. And the most accurate sports coverage. We off the record. Scotty B's Fantasy 5. We off the record. We off the record.
We're different from any other sport.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B. We off the record. We off the record. Hi, Scott.
Hey, you know what though? That's cool. That's cool. You got
Not
the little
cool.
off the record.
Listen, it's
You
not.
get it all worked out. You'll figure it out. You are the most IT tech savvy person now I know. So you have it figured out in the next 15 minutes. I know you
I'm so
will.
hopeful because I want people to see me. But
It may involve me logging off and some crazy stuff, but I will assure you that nothing could be worse than when you dropped the whole show a couple weeks ago. So whatever you do, as long as you don't drop the show, I am totally good with it, and you're totally fine. So we'll figure it out.
yeah, we're good, man. We're good. But that was actually funny. That when that happened, I mean, it wasn't funny at the time, but you know, it was
fun.
So as y'all know, we back another weekend. We're gonna have a round table discuss the NFL playoffs. But before we even get into like talking playoffs and everything, we gotta have our guys honor their best. So let's bring some guys in here. Let's bring Mike. Mike, yeah, what's up, Mike?
What's up with you?
Hey, Mike's looking he's looking pretty excited about everything. Let's go. Marcus, what's good, Marcus? I'm not a bully, man.
My name says it all.
I'm not. All right, so the man of the hour. Let's. No, don't hide your face. Don't hide your face. All right, so we got Phil here, and last week, Mike and Phil, we gave them the floor. They had the floor, and it was pretty much somehow Phil said, "Yo, let's bet on the game. The loser has to shave their beard, and not only shave their beard, have a thin mustache. It's not a full mustache. It's a thin mustache, the thinnies. So as you all know, Buffalo did beat Baltimore. Lamar Jackson left out. He was in concussion. I think he's still in concussion protocol. So we already knew what time it was. Now I'll say this. Phil and Mike, I'll give you the floor in a second. But before Mike, this man Mike is crazy, man. So Mike, being at the Bills won, you get the floor first. What do you have to say to Phil? Anything special?
I mean, I just want to recap. I mean, you was telling me to keep that same energy. I'm keeping my same energy as last week. I was confident. I said we win by more than 7 points. I said it won't even be close. Won't even be a game. We're going to stop Lamar. We're going to stop their running game. I mean, everything I said was going to happen. And I'm just Bills Mafia Mike. I mean, I'm keeping it real. We got a defensive minded coach. So we're going to come up with a game plan to stop any high explosive offense come our way. So, I mean, I appreciate you, Phil, being a man of your word. I'm gonna take the blockers off because I gotta definitely see this when that beard goes down.
Hold on. So Phil,
Yeah.
How you feeling? Because right now, we're getting into the last minutes, the last seconds of your beard. So how are you feeling right now? Heading into the big chop.
Hey, look. So first of all,
Respect to the Bills. Respect to Mike. You guys did your thing. You didn't shut Lamar down unless everyone got shut down. But you guys had a great game plan. You made it tough for us and kept us out the end zone. And like I said, we didn't live up to our end of the bargain, so I'll live up to mine. So let's get it
How
going.
long did it take you to grow that beard?
Not long.
How long
Not
you been
long.
growing that beard?
That joint grow back. It grows
I
back.
mean, that looks like a good year, though. One bad decision cost you a year of growing that beard, man.
So, so can you show us the Clippers?
Oh yeah. I got a whole selection. Hold on, let me stop the cam so you don't see me moving around, and I'll bring the stuff. Hold on.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Yo, Mike, that is a tough buffalo hat. I've never seen one in any store I've ever been in.
I have. Not that
Are
one.
you at? Not that one. That was a tough one, though.
Can I say something real quick, Mike?
Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Hey, look. So I got a little bit of the old school. The old school barber joint with the cup and the little brush. Then got the nice razor, but then I also got the new style joint to get the close in, so I don't cut myself.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we was going official. I thought you was bringing out the Andes.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go with the. All right, so hold on. So before we get this going,
don't bleed out, Phil. We need you to talk afterwards.
I'm a bleeder.
All right, so with those horns, Phil, shing shing.
All right, let me change location so I don't get it all over the kitchen.
Oh my god!
Man, I want to play by play. I want to know what he's prepping with. Is he using the lotion? Is he using the?
Whoa!
I need to
Pause.
We can pause. I know. I'm just. You can pause.
He can't be prepping anything with lotion. Not on the off the record show. No.
That's the wrong show.
Hey, I'll take the pause today. I'll take it.
it. No,
I'll take that L, but I took a W last week, so we good.
And so what I was gonna say, Mike, was I was gonna buy a Bills hat like a month ago, but because of you, I didn't buy it.
Come on, man.
But I am gonna get it because I was like, I gotta add that Bills hat to the collection. But
hey man, you need that,
hey,
man. Go ahead.
So look.
All right, let's go, Phil.
Gotta say goodbye.
He mixing over there.
Do you need some music? I got you right now.
Yeah, give me some. Give him some
Baltimore music. I think he needs some club music or something.
Actually, you know what? Give me the Bills Mafia joint.
I like that. I think that's good.
That's what I was gonna get you anyway, so it doesn't matter. So thank you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we can make a video out of this. Hey, let's go, Phil.
Let's go, Phil.
Bills Mafia, we the Mafia, we the Mafia, Bills Mafia, Bills Mafia, we the Mafia, Bills Mafia, Bills Mafia, Bills Mafia, we gon' grind this thing for 17 weeks. You hating on the Bills, then you way off. Talking cheap in the playoffs. Game day, you know we going off. The coin toss. We say Mafia, that means family to me, cause we stand with the team, best fans in the league.
Hey.
Let's go Buffalo, let's go Buffalo, let's go Buffalo, let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo, let's go Buffalo, let's go Buffalo, let's go Mafia.
I like that intro.
So Phil, everything all right over there, Phil? You good?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so I get. Oh, it sounded like I hurt.
We can't see.
We can't see you, Phil.
Oh, hold on. Hey, look, I had to move it away from the water.
Where your kids at? They could have held the camera.
No, this is a lot. So look, it's about halfway down. We working.
You work. Take your time, brother. We don't need you to bleed out.
No, we do. No. Go ahead, bleed out. We good. Gotta help with the ratings. Yeah, go ahead, bleed out. I'm just kidding. We don't want.
Hold on 1 second. So I'm gonna speed this process. Let me get the clippers. Hold on.
So.
That feels like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Tommy. Our homeboy Tommy we grew up with. Oh man, all the Phil's people is watching. Oh,
get that shave on, player. Get that shave on.
Man.
Oh man.
And you asked for him?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh man.
Oh man.
You might as well join the army while you at it, Phil.
Woo!
Looking good.
Babyface Ford.
See what believing in a running quarterback do to you?
Woo! Yo, that man Phil about to look like he about to be a suspect on SVU.
I don't want my guy to look like a child molester.
Yes. A lot of silent Clippers.
Man, Mike is enjoying every minute of this, man.
Yes.
Hey, so while Phil is getting his makeover, I do want to ask you guys, what did y'all think about that Bills Ravens game? Scotty, you can go.
I thought it was a lot closer game than the score may have told it to be. I think the Bills' defense showed up. I mean, huge. They really put the clamps on the Ravens, but I felt like because of the weather, it was just one of those just slug them out defensive battles. So I had picked Buffalo, so I thought they were going to win.
No.
But
did the wife come through?
yeah.
Who's that? Was that the wife?
Lord.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. Hey. Oh, you on mute, Phil. You on mute. You're on mute. We can't hear you.
Unmute him, man.
Oh, hold on. He'll be able to unmute himself.
Dang.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, wifey. I'm sorry. He came out with the bet, not me.
Hey, Jess, I had nothing to do with this. I want you to know, Jess, I had nothing to do with this.
Yo, Phil looked like he about to go on a job interview.
Oh man. Oh wait, is that the porn stash? I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Boing digga boing digga boing digga boing.
Oh man.
Oh man. Phil got the porn stash. Oh.
Hey, Scotty, that's messed up. You said I look like I'm trying to get my first job, though.
Oh my gosh.
Hey man, I will hire you on the spot, definitely.
Oh man.
Definitely, I will hire you.
Oh man.
Why?
That is the corporate look. Definitely makes other people feel more comfortable. No more scary black man. No more scary.
See, undercover cop.
Hey, look, Ern, that's funny, but I wouldn't let you wire me up, Ern. You had me out there back.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. This is too
Oh man.
Oh man.
But Phil, you're a good sports man. You came and paid your bet.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Phil.
Yo.
That mustache is a little too. You gotta make it a little thinner. You know. Yeah. I mean, you can't have a full mustache. That wasn't part of the deal.
And you slicing it, and we said a mustache, but I'm thinner.
The thin joints.
No, we didn't say the thin. Check the video.
Nah, we didn't agree on that. I said we gotta keep the least the mustache. I can't have the wife not recognize him. So
and tried to get him with the Michael Jordan joint, huh?
I know.
Yeah, tried to sneak in the Michael Jordan joint.
Oh man.
I feel you feel it. Yeah, this is jacked up, man.
Hey man, Phil, next time just bet money. I expect you had the money.
Hey, I'm actually hoping we meet again next year. We'll run it back.
We'll run it back. All right. That's fair. I'll put that on here right now. I'll run it back.
We play the Bills next year.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Hey, this man Phil look like Cleveland Brown right now.
You talking about the Cleveland?
Phil got my vote.
Yeah.
Phil got my vote for Congress.
Yeah. Yo, you look like Romeo Cornell right now.
So now you got a different guy joining the show?
Oh man.
Oh man, looking good, brother.
Hey, look, it's crazy. I look like I'm about 15 years younger though.
I know you do.
Thank you, baby. Come here. My daughter says that I look nice. Come on, say hi to everybody.
Hey, how you doing? They said Phil for school board.
Romeo Beer.
Hey, look. Yo, hopefully my beard no longer interferes with Ern's internet. Understand this is the petty look.
Hey, that's a good one.
Man.
Hey, Phil.
Yo, is that the dot?
Question. Do you work from home, right?
Yeah.
So you good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Cause you would have went to work, they would have been like,
Who is this?
Hey, did anybody get the screenshot of the before and after?
don't worry.
I think we slacking. We didn't get the before here and after screenshot.
Don't worry. It'll be posted.
Oh yeah, we'll come back. Okay, that's what we need.
Hey, you know what though? Ern is right though. I do look too clean. I look a little untrustworthy.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Go ahead.
Like I got my Timbs laced up real tight.
floor's yours, Phil.
Oh,
I'm
he's
putting cases on every single one of y'all.
Why is he center stage?
Yeah. So
Yo, Ed is crazy. Ed put that man center stage.
yeah. Wait.
Oh man.
Ed
Oh,
ain't right, man. Ed ain't right.
Hey, Phil, hold on, y'all.
Oh,
So, Phil,
yeah.
how does the breeze feel?
Hey man, it feels good actually. Feels good. Look, so one thing is if you're gonna make a bet, right?
Right.
You have to be a man of your word,
Absolutely.
and that's part of the whole deal. Like we joke, but it's a thing of honor. And I know Mike would have cut his beard off, and just got to live up to it. I'm good. I'm actually, and we'll talk more about it when we get into the games. But it was a great opportunity for us that we let go. So
All right. Um. All right. So look, that was funny, man. Oh man. So again, Phil, we appreciate you, man. That I think that made most of our weeks. But yeah, but
hey, Ed, it's crazy though. You tried to move it up. You tried to move it up like 4 days.
No, it's all good.
It was like, yo, let's do it Wednesday. So whoa.
But I thought that was the deal, but it's all good. It's all good. What were your thoughts? Because I know we were joking a little bit, but what were your thoughts on that game last week, the Bills Ravens game? And what could y'all have done better?
All right, so before I start, I'm gonna give credit to the Bills defense and Sean McDermott and his whole defensive staff. They were undersized defense and they played with speed and they attacked the holes and things, and there were opportunities. So I don't know if the Baltimore brass is listening to this, but you need to fire every single one of those interior linemen. They were awful. Patrick McCarry, you should pack your bags and go back to wherever you went to college at. You are terrible as a center and as an interior lineman. He had at least six snaps over the Lamar's head. Lamar recovered 5 of them. And then he uses the excuse of the crowd noise was too loud. There were 7,000 people in there.
So, Phil, let me say one thing. One thing that you and Mike agree with, and that's the point that Mike brought up. He said it wasn't all going to center. He said it was just the pressure from the defensive lineman. So I just wanted to give him credit for shouting that out Wednesday. But go ahead.
Well, yeah. So the defensive lineman. I mean, but it was some well-timed blitz. It was some great scheme blitz. Edmonds came through a couple of times. They sent cat blitzes. They sent blitzes. Our offensive passing coordinator needs to take the trip with McCarry and go. How you don't have a hot route built into your offense when the corner blitzes, you just let your guys continue to run 18-yard digs against a cat blitz is football 101. You got your receivers all running to the same location. There's no spacing. There's no discipline. If you get a chance, Kurt Warner broke down our passing offense, and he pointed out it's terrible. It's the route concepts. It's just awful. And without Lamar or Huntley, who came in and looked decent, if you don't have a mobile quarterback with our passing trees, they look awful. I mean, we saw when Trace McSorley got in there that one game this year, and he looked like a statue, and it was just awful. So, they can't waste Lamar's athleticism by just making him do it all by himself. And, so some soul searching. The only positive, if you can look at the upside, is had we won that game and had we made a Super Bowl, they would believe that we're doing enough in the passing offense, and that would shorten Lamar's career. So hopefully they take something from this, learn, and try to develop something more
innovative.
Yeah, something.
Hey man, it's Greg Roman. So he used to be with the Bills, offensive coordinator. Our run game was always decent, but when you stop, if you play against a team that actually stops the run, the wide receivers run the same routes. It's easy for the cornerbacks to sit to where if you put pressure on the quarterback, he has nowhere to throw. That's it. I mean, you saw the first time y'all did it for the one time with Hollywood did a stop and go, and he was wide open for the first time with no help. We put nobody over the top. Everything we wanted to do was designed to stop Lamar from running.
Yeah, the crazy thing is y'all appeared to be in a 4 deep, but y'all were actually playing something like a cover 6, where the four linebackers were playing a cloud, but your left side corner never dropped deep. I mean, that 7 cut was open all day long, but when you have guys only running 1 or 2 routes, either a go or an out, I mean, it's elementary football. I mean, Steve Smith, I'm not going to steal his words, but he blistered Greg Roman and said, it's terrible offense.
Now, you're right, though, Phil. Greg Roman is like Mike Nolan. I watched enough of Greg Roman under Mike Nolan when he was the 49ers coach, and I'm amazed at why he keeps getting opportunities. Like, it just amazed me. No, you're dead on with that.
You know what it is? Greg Roman is very good for the first year or two with a young quarterback, getting them something they can win in the NFL. But it does not help their development. It stifles their development because his concepts are just, it's an afterthought. Like, he puts great run games together, and it's like, we pass the ball. Oh, well, we'll pass the ball if we need to. I mean, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, I just understand the football a little bit more. I'm just like, that was a terrible team, Mike Nolan and Greg Roman. Just think about that. Just like that.
Hey, look, it got y'all all those first-round draft picks.
Absolutely.
So yeah, man, that they were. I don't know what they do with Greg Roman, but they need to do something. Whether it's whether it's either fire him or keep him and get a passing game coordinator. They have to do something, because right now there's no, like, I would assume that they would either go get another OC, but they have to get some of those free agent receivers. Galladay, even
Galladay.
Juju. There's a ton of receivers that are gonna be free agents this year, and go get 2 of them. Go get 2 of them because right now, Hollywood Brown isn't a number 1. I look at Hollywood Brown more of a Wes Welker, Cole Beasley type. Put him in a slot, let him go underneath, and you can sometimes run him deep because he's so fast. Even like a John Brown. Hollywood Brown and John Brown are so similar, it's ridiculous.
All right, so the difference between those two, because we had John Brown as well. John Brown uses his body better down the field. If Hollywood doesn't just flat out outrun people, he does not stack the defensive back.
Right.
I
got a question for the group. All right, Antonio Brown tried to become a Ravens, but if you're a receiver, and Phil, I want you to take your fan cap off. Do you really want to play with the Ravens if you're a receiver? Like, if you're Juju,
let me
would you really want? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I would say yes, and the reason why I would say yes is look at Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like they didn't really have.
You can't compare Josh. You can't compare Josh Allen to Lamar.
Well, hold on, Mike. If you look at their completion percentage,
hold on 1 second, Phil. Why can't you compare them? If you look at it, Lamar Jackson is more accomplished than Josh Allen. What are you talking about?
I don't agree. I know he's won the MVP because no one never seen a quarterback run like that. But we all know we've seen that come and we've seen that trend go, just like the Wildcat. You know, it was all fresh and brand new when Miami was running it, and we're like, how are we going to stop Miami? And the Patriots came up with a plan to stop them.
We also seen strong arm quarterbacks fizzle out. So let's not act like Josh Allen has to do it. He has to do it. Well, look at Jeff Jordan.
And he's more than a strong arm quarterback. He's accurate now. He's leading. He's top 5 and top 3 or top 5 in every single quarterback category.
No matter what you say, Josh Allen wasn't Josh Allen until he got Stephon Diggs.
Right, but he's Josh Allen now. So you comparing Josh Allen now to Lamar Jackson now, and a free agent that's going to come with Lamar Jackson. I'm not going to Lamar. I'm not going with Lamar Jackson when they don't throw the ball.
That's not Lamar Jackson can throw the ball. Their scheme sucks. They have no scheme. They have a.
So you want me to go to a quarterback that hasn't proven that he's thrown? The scheme sucks. It's Greg Roman. When has Greg Roman ever had a 1,000-yard receiver in his offense?
That is
never.
Yeah, I thought one of those years. No, he had Randy Moss and couldn't get him the ball. I mean that.
Absolutely.
He had Randy Moss in San Francisco. That wasn't. I mean, come on. Let's.
I agree with Mike. I mean, Lamar Jackson, he could pass inside the lines. Like he could pass in the middle of the field. He could pass to the tight end, but he hasn't proven that he could pass to the receivers consistently. So if I'm
show me a consistent receiver that he has had in his 3 years in the league. Show me a consistent receiver that he's had. His best receivers have been his tight ends. They drafted Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown is a midget.
So let me tell you this, right? Now let me tell you this, and I'll shut up and I'll let Phil talk. If I'm a receiver and I'm a free agent, I'm looking at have you like made people better on the outside because it's my career that's saying. I get what you're saying, Ant, is take a risk on them. But if I'm like a big name like Juju, I'm thinking to myself, do I really want to go from playing with Big Ben to playing with Lamar, who's unproven, playing with receivers on the outside?
Yeah.
I'm not disputing the fact that Lamar Jackson is not a good quarterback because he is a good quarterback, but he's a different type of quarterback. He controls. Go ahead, Phil.
So here's the thing, right? Juju is not the type of receiver I'd want, right? I'd want. So Allen Robinson would be the perfect candidate because he played with terrible quarterbacks. Mitch Trubisky is probably the worst quarterback in the NFL, and he's still balled out.
No.
Mitch is awful. Don't let these last 5 games fool you.
We're not going to do that, though. There are some worse quarterbacks than Mitchell Trubisky. Oh, God.
Starting quarterbacks?
Yes.
Debatable. Well, he's in that bottom 5. So he also played with that group down in Jacksonville and put up numbers too. So he's a big physical receiver. He will go make the contested catch. The other thing about it is, look, you're going to get a guaranteed deal. You're going to get money. The cap is going down. So this is your opportunity to get locked in that deal. So worrying about what your numbers look like, especially if you haven't been winning and you think you can be the difference to put them over the top. Yeah, I take that risk. You know you're going to win more games than you're used to winning. So, if I'm Allen Robinson, I say yes. If I'm Galladay, maybe if you're tired of losing, I consider it. Juju, I think Juju needs to be a number 2 somewhere. I think Juju would be a great number 2 somewhere.
So, Phil, let's come back to this. We got Marcus on. Let's get into the Saints game real quick before he has to go. and then we can come back to that. All right, Marcus. The Saints, they lost to the Bucks. What do you guys say about that?
Drew Brees sold us out.
How do you say
The
y'all
man,
out?
the man had his worst game of his career. I mean, and to come to find out that he was playing with a torn rotator cuff. Come on, man. Like, why are you playing? Like,
I don't think Michael Thomas recorded a single reception, and I was hot.
because he couldn't,
That,
because Drew Brees couldn't get him the ball.
but I agree with you. If you got a torn rotator cuff and you got two quarterbacks that are more than serviceable, why not just
Why
let
not? Like,
them start?
like either one of those quarterbacks put a play, we would have won the game.
Hey, Mark. So does this fall on Sean Payton? Because Sean Payton's really
Some of
the
it
only
does.
one in power that could tell Drew Brees, "You're not right. We're going to sit you for 6 weeks, 8 weeks during the season. Heal up so we can have you when we need you in the playoffs."
Some of it does, but
Nah, not some of it, all of it.
but at the same time, I can't hold him to the fire because who's gonna tell Drew Brees to sit down?
No,
You know, like
nobody
some
could
owner,
tell Drew Brees. Nobody could tell Drew Brees because he knew his career was over. But sometimes you get paid to make the tough decisions. I hold Sean Payton to that.
I
I
agree with
really
you,
do.
Scotty. I agree with you. And the thing is, but I'm not mad at Sean Payton. I'm more mad at Drew Brees for putting himself in that position. Like, you know, for real. Like,
Man, y'all wasted a really good defensive performance. That's the one thing. I mean, y'all defense played really, really good game, and I
they
think
played, they
Hill
played
would
their
have been
hearts out.
Taysom Hill would have been enough to win that game.
Well,
I think
see, he was
Taysom Hill would have
injured.
been enough.
He was injured. That was a
But
that was a
Jameis could have played.
Jameis could have done it.
Jameis, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jameis could have did enough.
Because Jameis would have pretended he was still in Tampa Bay and threw it to all the Saints, and it would have worked.
What's the difference? But think about it. Think about it. If Jameis would have played and threw an interception or two, is that worse than what Drew Brees did?
Well,
No, because he got
So,
3 of them things.
He
he
got
threw,
three of
and,
them. They were awful interceptions. Awful
Yeah.
interceptions. Like,
Well, no, that
Here's the
one
thing,
that
though.
the one that White caught, that was a great play. That was a great
but
play.
But here's the
Kamara
thing
wasn't
that
even
you got to
looking.
think about. This is what you got to think about, Marcus. It might have been a little conspiracy. I think the Saints is sandbagging Jameis Winston because they want to keep him.
Oh, yeah,
Some of
so-
that, I agree with that.
Yeah,
But
I think. Go ahead.
But this
Yeah.
the playoff. Like, we win the game with goddamn Mitchell Trubisky.
But here's the thing, right? Y'all looking at it from a black African American standpoint, right? So black people can't do stuff like that and get away with it. Like that would have been like front page like news. But for like Sean Payton's, the Doug Petersons, they can mess up games and nobody say anything to them. Like the way that Sean Payton handled the whole Jameis Winston Hill situation was jacked up. But ain't nobody gonna call him out on that. You know what I mean? Like Hill is good. He's good. He deserves to be a backup. But he didn't look better than James.
Hey,
But
Scotty.
nobody is questioning him on that.
Hey, Scotty.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna say this in the Sean Payton thing, and maybe a little bit in Doug Peterson. Sean Payton's got enough cachet left down in New Orleans with everything he's done for them. The same way that Drew Brees gets away with it, Sean Payton gets away with it because he's the only bright spot in that franchise's history.
So let me ask you this, Phil. Let me ask you this while we're on this. Do you think that Sean Payton should have more equity or even say so to Mike Tomlin?
Ooh.
'Cause I guarantee you Mike Tomlin doesn't get that pass.
Well, the thing is with Sean Payton, our owner died like a couple of years ago, so the owner's wife is running the team. So Sean Payton got full autonomy to do whatever he wants. He can shit on the front steps if he wants. Like he can. Like that's just.
And he does. He does shit on the front steps.
So to be honest with you, and I'm good with that. Like I trust Sean Payton. With decisions he make, I trust. Am I upset about Drew Brees playing and being hurt? Yes. But I'm not mad at Sean Payton. I can't be mad at him because it ain't like he wanted to lose. I can't say that. But Drew Brees was.
But he didn't play to win.
Well, no, Drew Brees, I believe, wanted to go out on the chill. Drew Brees wanted to go out on the chill.
Drew Brees was selfish. That's just the bottom line for it. He was selfish. He wanted to be the man, and you wasted a good team, a good opportunity. Like, okay,
his coach failed him.
If James would have played at halftime, we win that game.
His coach failed him. His coach chose Drew Brees to go out on the show. So look, right? The player is always going to be a player. You're always going to think that you can go. You have to have a checks and balances in there. That's why you're the head coach. You're the head coach because you're supposed to determine, you know what? He's not saying he's injured, but that throw just doesn't look right. You know what I mean? Like everybody doesn't get to go out with a hero's like welcome. Like at the end of the day, if Sean Payton was coaching for his job, he wouldn't let Drew Brees go out there.
But he's not coaching for his job, though, Scotty. That's the thing.
Because he gets a pass.
Well,
yeah, he gets a pass.
Well, Scotty, by the same token,
you gotta look at it like this too. If he takes Drew Brees out, what's everybody's gonna be like? Oh damn! What I mean, the whole even if we win the game, it ain't gonna be about the win. It's gonna be about Drew Brees being benched. He didn't want to embarrass the man like that. He didn't want to.
The man has had a great career. Most quarterbacks have been benched at the end of their career.
Not like that. There's no way they would have. They definitely wouldn't have been that. Scott, I understand what you're saying, but Marcus is 100% right. Listen, that may have been his last game. There's no way in the world that they were going to bench because again, he is an icon. They'll have a statue of Drew Brees in front of that stadium. They cannot bench him and embarrass him like that on the way out. They wouldn't do it. That coach owes Drew Brees way too much.
Hey, Scotty.
So hold on. Let's go back to that for a second, right? What's the embarrassment with being actually hurt and you got to come out the game opposed to you just being pulled?
It's a complete difference. It's a complete difference.
But we didn't know.
No one even knew that until his wife said something.
Yeah,
we didn't know until after the game.
I don't think Sean Payton knew that.
No, Drew Brees probably talked about soreness, but he's also 43 years old, so they just took it as just general soreness. But since you brought up Mike Tomlin, you could make the argument that Mike Tomlin should have pulled Big Ben because Big Ben looked awful out there. But he didn't embarrass Big Ben, and he let Big Ben throw them out of that game in the first round versus Cleveland.
How it is, but okay. So they lost. All right, so we talked about both games. Okay, we didn't talk about both games. We didn't talk about the Kansas City guy, right? So yeah, Kansas City, Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got to be.
So
all right, Marcus.
All right, bro.
Go ahead, Scott.
All right, so Kansas City, Cleveland. That Kansas City defense worries me. I don't know if everybody saw the same thing that I saw. I didn't think that Cleveland played that well. I thought that Kansas City defense was just terrible all day. What are y'all thoughts?
Look, I think it was more of a product of Cleveland staying with what they did. Cleveland didn't get outside of themselves. Cleveland ran the ball. They threw the ball when they needed to. But, there's a couple of breaks here or there where, you can say, they only lost by 7 or 3 or whatever it was because Mahomes got hurt. But if the receiver doesn't try to dive for the ball, that's a tie ball game or close to a tie ball game earlier in the game. So Cleveland played hard. I mean, Cleveland's a good team. Cleveland's put up what did Cleveland put up 40 the week before or something like that? I mean, Cleveland can put up points. Do I think? Well, that's jumping ahead to next week. But
so let me ask you this. Okay, so since you brought it up, do you think that was just Cleveland having a good offense, or do you think that Buffalo may not do that against Kansas City's defense?
All right, so two things that Buffalo and Cleveland have in common is they both have good lines. I think Cleveland's offensive line is slightly better than Buffalo's, but Buffalo line protects Josh Allen very well. And Kansas City didn't get much pressure on Baker consistently. I don't think they really frazzled him as much as, Baker went Baker a couple of times. So I think if they can't get pressure, I know they can't cover on the back end. They can't.
Somehow you went to mute. I don't know if it's your microphone, Phil. Can you hear us?
No, we can't hear you, Phil.
All right. So while Phil's getting that squared away, Mike, what'd you think about the guy?
I mean, I'm more upset that Cleveland didn't take that opportunity when Mahomes out for a whole quarter and wasn't aggressively running the ball down their throats and just manhandling Kansas City. So Kansas City, yeah, they've got a good offensive line, but you got to pressure them. I know the whole game in the chat, I kept saying, throw some pressure at Henning. Throw pressure at Henning. I can tell you this right now, the Bills are not gonna sit back and let Patrick Mahomes sit there for 5 or 6 seconds and run around. Our game plan is going to be make Patrick Mahomes make the quickest decision, because if you let a quarterback like him or Josh Allen sit around for 10 seconds or 5 seconds, they're going to find somebody open down the field or somebody wide open. So I just feel that Cleveland didn't have a really good defensive game plan for the Chiefs, and they didn't adjust it when you had a backup quarterback come in the game. So I feel it was a complete meltdown by the coaching staff of the Cleveland Browns defensively.
So, Ant, what did you see?
I saw. I think that Cleveland had opportunities, and I won't use the moral victory or the excuse of had that fumble not happen, or that questionable fumble, because I mean, yeah, it was quick, but they had opportunities. They got an interception. They got a gift when Henny threw that interception. It was a gift, and they ultimately couldn't do nothing with. They got one first down, but my thing was on that fourth. It was fourth down, and I think 7 or 7 or 8. And it is what it is. I know they had Kenny on the other side, but they are still the Chiefs, and they are still the defending champions. And I personally thought that they should have gone for it. Cause I want to say it was it was under 4 minutes, or it was right at 4 minutes. So I felt like they should have gone for it, especially since they didn't have all of their timeouts. I felt like they should have gone for it and been more aggressive. So that was one of the times where I felt like they were missing Odell Beckham, because they just needed somebody to be a star on the outside, and they didn't really have anybody. And I mean, Kansas City has the heart of a champion.
No, I concur. No, you're totally right. That last fourth down that they had before Kansas City bled out the clock, I was like, what are they doing? And I understood the field position game, and I understood that Chad Henne was on the other side. But the defense wasn't playing that great to where it's like, you know what, we're just going to play the field position game. We're going to get the ball back. And you brought up a really good point about not having all of their timeouts. So, no, I definitely agree with you. They shouldn't have did that.
Hey, and
Yo,
on that fourth down, they were at the 40, right? They were at the minus 40.
No, it was more like the 25 or like.
No, because they had gotten the first down, so they might have been like at the 35. They were inside of their own 40, but it doesn't matter. It would have probably easier. Go ahead.
So yeah, close enough to the 40, you go for that. I mean, what's the worst case scenario? That Kansas City gets a first down or two and kicks another field goal? I mean,
exactly.
So now you're down 6.
I said they would have had a better chance. They would have had a better chance at stopping Kansas City, because what was going to happen was Kansas City was going to try and run the ball. They were going to try to, more than likely, they would have tried to run the ball. And, knowing Kansas City, they probably, I don't know. But here's the other thing. They did have a shot. It was 3rd and 14. It was 3rd and 14, and then you give up a 13-yard run or 13.5-yard run to Chad Henne. So
you pressure him. Exactly.
Yeah. So the thing was, it was everybody in the world knew that they was gonna pass the ball, get some pressure, and you don't have to spy, but you damn sure shouldn't. There's no way he should get a 14-yard run on 3rd and 14. And
it wasn't that. So I may have my plays confused, but I thought that the outside linebacker did go, and he overplayed the thing. He went in and just got outran. I thought it was actually a blitz called on that from that side. That's why there was no one over there. There wasn't a soul over there for 20 yards. They're lucky Chad Henne's slow, but I mean. But that was not a soul over there.
Even so you're gonna go man on 3rd and 14. 3rd and 14.
No, you're 100% right.
That's what they did because, like you said, there was no one over there. So I don't know. It was some questionable play calls, but I mean, at the end of the day, they have something to build on. So I do think that going into next year, that Cleveland is going to be a team to watch. And I know me and Scott had this conversation on Wednesday, and he jokes that I'm an undercover Browns fan. But my thing is this: next year the Steelers are going to take a step back. It doesn't matter how you look at it, because one, they got cap issues, and so they might not even be able to sign Bud Dupree. Villanueva may not be there. Juju's probably gone, and James Conner needs to be gone, and they probably can't sign him either. So those are 4 pieces.
Ben's going to be gone.
Ben might be gone. So they're gonna take a step back, right? The Bengals aren't ready yet. They're gonna. I think Burrow's gonna come back, and he should have a good year. But it's gonna be the Ravens and the Browns. So it's there for the Browns to take. I think they do have something to build on. Now the Chiefs, I mean, they go into this game against Buffalo, and Mahomes is playing. I did bet on the Chiefs this game, and I'll probably pick them. We'll talk about the NFC game, but I have the Chiefs winning this game, and I honestly, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a blowout, because these playoffs has shown us that. Ain't really gonna be no blowouts. Even when Cleveland was up big, they only won by like one possession or something like that. So,
all right, Phil, who do you have?
All right, so I'm gonna be truthful to myself, not because I'd love to see Mike cry, but I believe the Bills will beat the Chiefs this week. I think people are not considering the fact that what makes Patrick Mahomes special is not just his arm, but his ability to maneuver in the pocket and, float back and throw a 50-yard pass on the money. If he's truly got that mid-foot or toe issue, he's not going to be able to move around like that. He was limping a little bit in that game. I think that affects him. I think that Buffalo defense gets after him some. And I think the only way they do win is that they keep it a low scoring game. And I think that's how they win it. I think they win a lower scoring game other than what you would expect the Bills and the Chiefs to put up. I think the winning team, I think the Bills has like 24 points. I think it's 24-17.
So you got the Bills winning?
Yep, 24-17.
All right, I'm going to let Mike go last. I think everybody is wrong about Patrick Mahomes. I think he's going to pass for 400 yards.
You said everybody. Hold on, Scott. I'm with you.
Nah, so my dad told me the same thing right before this call. He said, Mahomes ain't going to be able to run. Mahomes is dead. I am a Patrick Mahomes fan. I do agree with Mike and Phil on this. That Chiefs defense is terrible. But I think Mahomes overcomes it. It's going to be a close game, but Mahomes is going to throw for over 400 yards.
So you're going high scoring?
I'm going high scoring. I think Josh Allen and Mahomes are going to put out a shootout for the
listen, Scotty, if it's high scoring, it's going to be a blowout. And that's why I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. If it's high scoring, I don't think the Bills are going to be able to keep up with the. And I know Mike doesn't want to hear that, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be. I think this is shaping up. This is shaping up to be, and it could be for years to come. New England and Indianapolis when Peyton and Tom Brady was there, and they just went back and forth. Brady got the best of them more, but I think this is what we're setting up to see.
But I didn't say a blowout. I think it's going to be a shootout. Diggs Allen versus Hill, Mahomes, and it's going to be a track meet. And I think both players, all of them, are going to show up. I think this is going to be a really good game. This is going to be a shootout.
What's the score?
Man, I got 35-42. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going one of those type of games.
So Mike, you up?
All right, so let me go last. And where you at on this?
Yeah, he went.
You want me to give you a score?
Yeah. What are you thinking? I know you picked the Chiefs. What do you think the score gonna be?
I really do think it's gonna be because the spread is what, 3, right? Yep. I would be surprised. I don't even know if they cover. It might be like a 2-point game. I think it's going to be it's going to come down. It's going to come down to the last possession. But I think that the Chiefs' experience and having the championship experience, I think that's the only thing that gets them over the edge because like I think Josh Allen is a dog. And Stephon Diggs is in one of those zones that you don't see that often. There's always somebody every year but Stephon Diggs has been doing this his career, but it just seems like he is in a zone. And to find out that Stephon Diggs never made a Pro Bowl is just crazy. I thought he made a Pro Bowl before, yeah, he was legitimately the best receiver in one of the best, top 3 in the league, if not 1. And I think it's going to be 1, 2, or 3 points. That's going to be the game. So I'll go 24-22.
All right. Well, I'm going to go in on this one. I know I'm the homer on the show because it's my team, but I haven't really been wrong yet. So, and I'm going to tell you why. We're gonna beat the Chiefs by 10 points or more. All right, and I'm gonna tell you why. One, you don't give 2 coaches that one should be a head coach in this league. Leslie Frazier, okay, our defensive coordinator. He should be a head coach in this league. He's always had a really good defense with Minnesota Vikings. I think they let him go when his last year he won like 9 games.
He should have been
or whatever. Never let him go.
He can't talk, Mike. That's his problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Him and Jim Caldwell.
Yeah,
not good media guys.
Yeah, but his players relate to him, but him and Coach McDermott. You can't give two defensive minded coaches a second look at that team, and now we're more confident. Okay, as a defense, we've gelled. As a defense, we know what we do well. We've got the right personnel back. We've got the personnel that can cover the tight end, who's quick enough to cover Kelsey. We've got a cornerback that can stay with Tyreek Hill on the island, and we got the safeties, which we don't get a lot of credit for having the best safety tandem in the NFL with Poyer and Hyde, and what you guys are going to see come Sunday. I think our defense is going to shut down Mahomes, and they're not going to run on us this time. We're going to tackle well. We're going to be in our gaps, and we're going to pressure Mahomes every single play. You're going to see extra man coming in Mahomes' face. I guarantee you it's going to cause some turnovers, or it's going to cause a couple of 3-and-outs. So I got us winning. I'm going to say it's probably going to be about a 35 to maybe 23, 21 game, somewhere around there. We're going to win by 10 points or more, guaranteed.
Can I say it? You guaranteeing it too?
Well, we already got a bet, Ant, so it don't even matter. I already put the money on him.
So hear me out. So one, I guess I don't even know if it's fun fact or not, but you know the games that Patrick Mahomes has lost, he's never lost by double digits. He's never lost by 2 scores. So you mean to tell me, like right now, he's gonna lose by multiple scores? Like right now, in one of the biggest moments of his life, he's gonna lose by. Hey, Mike.
You got a hot team. You got a hot offensive team and a hot defense. Their defense is not that good to stay with a hot receiver like Stephon Diggs. We got a decent tight end playing. We got Cole Beasley, who's getting a little bit better. I know he's been a little injured there, but he's off the injury report, so that tells me he's getting better. So if we see Cole Beasley, I don't see anybody that's going to stick with Cole Beasley. We got a big receiver, Gabriel Davis, who's toe tapping all day long, and the last game we didn't see the real Josh Allen because of the wind. He missed some passes that he typically make in his sleep, and so I know that wasn't him being inaccurate. It was just that Buffalo Lake effect win, which most quarterbacks couldn't pass it.
So I got a question.
Real quick, Scott.
Go ahead.
Because this is in regards to our bet. All right, let's make it a little bit more interesting. All right, if the Bills win by multiple scores, all right, if they win by multiple scores, meaning 10 or more, that means so we already got a 150 bet. Let's double it.
It's more than 7. I'm not gonna double that. I'll take us winning regardless. I'm going to decline that bet.
You just guaranteed a 10-point victory.
Man, hey, listen, there's a guarantee, but then there's also Money Mike that comes back in and say, okay, let's bring it down. You never know what can happen. All right. I haven't been wrong yet, but you know, this ain't the week. You know, I just want to win. You know, I'm just giving you my analysis. I just want to win. If we win by 3 or 2 points, it's still I told you so. Told you we was going to do it. So I'm not going by 10. Yeah, no, not happening.
Smart man. All right, before we get to the other game, we got Ern on. Phil is the real one. Ern said it. Who do you got, Ern?
Fellas, what's good? What's good? Yo, Mike, you're a smart man. You're a very smart man, y'all. I mean, shoot, like to think that they're gonna win by double digits.
Oh, he got the Money Mike 06 shit.
Money Mike 06. to think that they would take a chance and win, you know, to double digit, it's a real stretch, you know. One thing we haven't seen yet with the Chiefs is that their receiving core has been hurt. You know, they talking about Watkins is getting better. You know, even though Watkins is on his way out all the due time, that guy can be dangerous at any given moment. And that's scary to know. With Robinson and then Hartman, you know, we don't know what we're going to see. The Bills look awesome. They look really awesome. I'm going with the Chiefs, though, just because They're the champions, and they still know how to win. You know, if for some odd reason Mahomes can't play, then I'm going with the Bills. I wouldn't chance that. I wouldn't
You
take
can't
that.
come back, You can't come back.
No. I said, hey, hi. I said if Mahomes doesn't play,
he's playing.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure because they said he's feeling better, so I didn't see nothing.
No. He passed all the concussion protocols.
Oh, okay.
So I will say this: Ant is a little bit more a risk taker than I am. Mm-hmm. This game, I wasn't betting Mike on.
Mm.
I got the Chiefs, but I was not putting up whatever total they put up. Hell no. Nah.
Well, Buffalo looks good, man. That's just what it is. That's not no secret no more. They've just been scorching. Buffalo is whoever they know they can beat, they beat them. It's just that simple. AFC ran through it.
It's tough to go against the home.
Ran through them. It was nothing to them this year, and that's scary. Any team that plays like that and can run through the division easily, somewhat easily, man, you just got to watch out for them. But again, Patrick Mahomes. He got the way he got hit. Now he's back on his feet. They're gonna protect him a little bit better. And Mike knows the last time they played Buffalo Bills, Hill did nothing because he didn't have to because the running game was insane.
Mm-hmm.
So be ready for Hill to get those tosses in the backfield. Be ready for him to get that work. He's gonna be ready for that. That's why
he got all that, but we shut it down. So that was part of the strategy. We just didn't tackle well, and we didn't have the personnel on the field at that time to tackle. So I'm telling you, the key to this game, I want y'all to remember I said this. The key to this game is our linebacker Matt Milano. Okay, he's quick. He stops tight ends. He stops the running game. He's always in someone's face. He's very fast, and we are 12-0 this year with him playing for a reason. Him and Edmonds, when they're together, they're beasts. You're not throwing over the middle, and you're not running outside on us.
So one last question, Mike. You think that guy that you just named is going to shut down Travis Kelce?
Yes.
That same Travis Kelce that had 1,400 yards received. All right.
Yes. So and I'll do a side bet that Kelce won't have over. He won't have over 90 receiving yards if y'all want to do a side bet.
That's a safe bet. That's a safe bet. If you really want to talk down, shut down, he won't have over 60 yards. Take that bet.
No, I'm not, because Kelce was almost leading the league. Wait, hold on. Kelce's average almost 100 yards a game. Kelce's like the leading almost if it was for Stephon Diggs, the leading receiver in the league.
Yeah, 1,400 yards, and he'll shut him down to 90.
Yeah,
well,
he's averaging.
So that's about his average.
He didn't play last game. What's his average with 15 games played?
He had 110.
But 90 is a good game. What do you
I know that's what I said. You won't have 90. Right. That's the bet. You won't have 90 yards.
Shutdown is if you could shut them down to 50 or 60 yards, I'd be impressed with that guy that you said, Milano or whatever his name is. But 90 yards? Come on, bro.
So this is the game he's supposed to have 90 yards.
Kelce will have 2 touchdowns.
That's all I was about to say.
90 yards.
He has 2 touchdowns, but had 40 yards.
I'll give him not 90 yards, but he'll have 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I won't take that one.
I think this is gonna be a really good game, man. But early you said something about was it about the Bills? About you saying they don't really have a scheme? Was that the Bills you were referring to?
Say that again. No, I was talking about the Ravens.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking about the Bills, like they're straight up. Hey, we're just gonna throw the ball, and that's that.
Well, that's because they can't run the ball. Running backs not that great.
Right.
Hey, Mike. Do you think you signed Ingram?
Nah, I know he's free. We got enough. We got some backup players. We're not gonna hand the ball off anyway, so there's no need. So at this point of the season, I know you guys say we can't run it. We can run the ball, and our offensive line can block for the run. But when you got receivers like Stephon Diggs, John Brown, and Cole Beasley, and Gabriel Davis, and our tight end Knox, why run the ball when it's a mismatch for everyone? So we're not going to change what we do just to get a 100-yard running back when we know we can score quick and put pressure on other teams to where if we're up by 14 or 21 points and we know they got to pass, that's what Dayball is going to do.
Yeah, we understand that though, Mike.
Fight, man. My fault, man. My bad. It's been a long day, but Jamal, we'll get you in here. Go ahead, y'all.
Mike, we understand.
All right, so let's move on to the other game.
Oh, hey, look. So since you brought up the other game, I do. It's a big contrast, right? So you got the young quarterbacks in the AFC that makes it to the Final Four, and the final two are two extremely young, talented quarterbacks. But then you got the old guard in the NFC. 3 out of the 4 are you can say past their prime or close to their prime or whatever. If you're gonna talk about Rodgers, but you got the old guys in the NFC. It's either way. Whichever of the two teams match up in the Super Bowl is gonna be a good matchup. I got my wishes of how it goes, but
so I wanted to talk about your wishes a little bit. You care to share with the people your take on Aaron Rodgers?
I hate Aaron Rodgers. I think he's the most arrogant, selfish quarterback that I've ever seen in my life. He will let those two backs, or now the third one, Dylan stepping up, move the ball down there, and then he will try to throw a 1-yard touchdown pass to his guy just so he can say at the end of the year he's got 36, 40 touchdowns. Look, reward your backs who half the time are the reasons you're winning. Between Williams and Jones and now Dylan stepping up late in the year, those are your workhorses. But he's got to make sure it's like, oh, let me make sure I get my 2 touchdowns before I start making sure anyone else gets something. I don't like that as a leader. I used to hear other players talk about him being arrogant and he's not a good leader. But to me, just watching him do that at the 1-yard line, I just don't.
Hold on, Phil. Stop that. You got to stop that right now.
I don't like it.
You know what? And you know what?
Holy smokes!
Listen, it's Phil. And I hate your mustache. Okay, I just want to let you know that I hate your mustache. All right, hurry up and grow your beard back because I hate your. All right, I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
Holy smokes!
All right, wait.
Hey, Mike. There is a guy that looks like an undercover cop in here. He just showed up.
Because have the joke. So hold on. So I don't agree with that. Phil, is because man, most of the league passes the ball on the 1-yard line. That is a common thing now. It's not Aaron Rodgers being arrogant. Most of the league does that.
Aaron Rodgers is greedy.
What?
You got 2.
And Aaron Rodgers is going to end up winning the Super Bowl. And everyone's going to say he's greedy. How's he greedy?
How's he greedy?
He's a stat hunter. He's a stat hunter. He checks out of runs to throw 1-yard touchdown passes.
Yeah.
And they have a good running game. They have an efficient running game in the red zone. He's very capable. He's a stat hunter.
How many rushing TDs did Aaron Jones have this year?
Well, I know 2 years ago, Aaron Jones, or maybe last year, Aaron Jones had like 18 rushing TDs.
Yeah,
he killed last year.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, I think he.
And I want to say it was kind of close this year too.
Yeah, he was pretty close this year too.
It could have been up there with Emmett and Sean, what was the boy name from Seattle back in the day? Sean Alexander. But his quarterback's a whore.
Well, listen, man, the quarterback knows about fantasy football, so why wouldn't he be? I mean, he want to be drafted high. So Aaron Rodgers, throw that ball. I love it when if I drafted Aaron Rodgers, I'd be happy that he's throwing the ball on the 1 or 2 yard line.
Mike, you are wow. You're quite a fan, man. You are one arrogant guy. Yo. Like
Appreciate it. You can be that way when your team's winning.
Say again?
You can be that way when your team's winning.
Damn.
Wow.
Ouch.
I act like I'm used to money. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do.
That's a lie. You're a Cowboys fan. You're lying right now.
I'm not that Cowboys fan. I'm a very humble Cowboys fan.
And same here.
Lies. There's lies. I've never met a humble Cowboys fan. You got to be humble right now because y'all not winning nothing.
No,
so
I'm a Cowboys fan at preseason when they say we're gonna.
What can you be? You know, an arrogant non-winner.
And the
That's how you
Buffalo
feel,
Bills,
Mike.
30 years. 30 years in the making, and the fans could talk to us
I hope
like
the
this.
Chiefs scold.
That's right. When you in the basement.
Wow, that hurts, yo.
Hey, I remember them Giants talking with them Super Bowl. Come on now, Ern. Come on.
Yeah, I remember.
I hear you. I know. We still got to win the Super Bowl, Jamal. I know we still there. But listen, we got to win the Super Bowl. So I'm with you.
How'd that prediction work out for you that Cleveland was going to beat Kansas City? I think both of you had that.
It didn't end well. It didn't end well.
You and Urkel both had that.
So
Back coach.
Urkel. You're an asshole. So I'll say this. I mean, Cleveland lost, but they had a chance to win. And we just talked about it. You weren't here, so we're not going to go back to it.
I wasn't here because the host didn't invite me.
Hey, Jamal. I'll say, hold on.
I'm angry. He's angry today.
I'm not angry, but what I will say is, God damn it, if you would have followed Off the Record on Facebook and YouTube, you would have got a damn notification when the show was gonna come on. So that's your fault. And you could have easily hit me up and say, yo, Ant, make sure I get because let it be the battlegrounds. Yo, link me, please. I need that link. This man sent me a message 5 days in a row. I need that link. And then for the damn show, you ain't want to, you know what I'm saying, man? You know,
touche. I actually forgot it was Friday. And then I'm mad. Did he shave on the show or did he?
Yeah, he shaved on the show. Yeah.
Wow.
You can go back and watch the replay. He started. I'll give a brief rundown because he really looks.
It's a brief rundown.
Yo, Phil, you really look like somebody that's on a wanted thing for
touching butts.
Yes, like you really look like you're gonna be on
butts. Like
on SVU.
You just went around.
Yo, he said SVU.
Hey, Phil owned a van with no windows.
Contact us if you've seen this man.
Yeah. Phil was one of the black people at the Capitol insurrection. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen. Oh gosh. Oh man. Hey Phil. Hey, you know what? Listen, I hate your mustache. Could you just shave that shit, please? I don't know. So look,
So can I say one thing real quick, Ant? Can I say one thing? I heard Mike say Kelsey. He would take the bet that Kelsey would get held under 90. So 89 yards. That's a damn good game. Like if you're gonna take a tight end under, it's got to be like 65 or something.
That's exactly what Scotty said.
It's a tight end.
Not with what Kelsey averaged. He's not your average tight end.
So why would you go to his average? If he gets his average, that's a good game.
That's above his average. You know that's below his average.
You know what, Mike?
It's like saying Stephon Diggs under 90. I'll take Stephon Diggs over 90 yards.
Okay, I'll be a Huckleberry on both of those bets.
Okay.
What you want to put out there? What we bet?
For which one?
I said both.
So what do you mean? Both gotta happen? You gonna do two separate bets? What do you mean?
Yeah, you said Stephon over.
Okay.
Boy under. So
that's one bet. You want to do them both together?
It don't matter.
This man trying to do a parlay. I see what you're doing, man.
What you trying to do, man? All right, we'll do
4 bets. Let's do 2.
Okay, 50 for both. Stephon Diggs over 90 and Kelsey under 90.
There it is.
Take it. 50 for both.
That's two separate bets.
Right. Yeah, 2 separate
Two
bets.
separate bets.
Yeah.
So if Diggs over 90 and Kelsey over 90, it's a push.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Basically.
Good.
All right. So look. So that
Thank you for your donation.
Oh Jesus. That Tampa Bay Green Bay game. Like battle of two older quarterbacks, like Phil said earlier. I personally think that Green Bay is going to win. I don't want to say the weather because Tom Brady is used to playing in cold weather, but I do. You called him arrogant, and Phil said he's what did you call him, Phil?
Well, I called him arrogant. Jamal called him a stat chaser.
All right, so y'all called him an arrogant stat chaser, but I think that he is playing. He's on a mission, and I think he feels that unless he gets another championship, that he's gonna feel that his career can't be compared to the likes of Brady, Peyton, even Breeze. Even though I think most people put Aaron Rodgers ahead of Breeze, but I don't know. I think that I have Green Bay winning this game.
I got a question for you, Ant.
What's up?
Because I hear this a lot in sports, and we all played sports. This on a mission thing, right? I think it gets overblown. When is he not on a mission? Like, what year was it not his mission?
I understand that, but I think we can all agree that he has like a different look in these games. Like, so I'll say, for instance, last week when they played LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even when he rushed for that touchdown, it just looked different. The celebration was different. He had the same
cocky celebration. No,
he hasn't done a discount double check in years.
How many Super Bowls does Aaron Rodgers? Doesn't he only have one?
He got one.
And how many does Brett Favre have?
One.
Does Brett Favre have two?
No,
Brett Favre had one.
They both went to 2 and 1-1.
Yeah, I think he's still got to pass Brett Favre. I don't think he's passed Brett Favre before he starts chasing. Or even get in the same conversation.
Yeah, he only been the one.
He's not in a Brady.
Jamal, you're right. Aaron Rodgers has only been the one Super Bowl.
Brett
Favre's been the 2.
Yeah.
He lost to John Elway.
Lost against the Patriots, right?
No, he beat the
Broncos.
He lost to the Broncos.
Okay.
Broncos.
So yeah. All right. So I'm sorry. The Steelers went back to back that time, right? Was it the Steelers that went? Ben Roethlisberger went twice and lost once.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So he went to 1 and only won 1, and I don't know. It's just something about. I mean, he's the MVP this year, right? And he just I don't know, man. And it could just be me. He just has like a different look in his eye where, I don't think that and although Tampa Bay's defense is playing really well, but I don't know if they can handle those guys.
So
especially what they just did to the number 1 defense.
Right.
So I won't let everybody go after me. I'll make mine short and sweet. I got Tampa Bay. I think, even though I like Aaron Rodgers, I think he chokes.
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, he has a tendency to choke.
When? Give us an example.
All the time.
Scott, that's not.
Do you mean that?
So look, right? So dang, I'm frozen. All right, so look. He'll freeze up in the playoffs. That's why he's only been to 1 Super Bowl.
Are you talking about against the Giants?
I'm talking about against the 49ers twice. I'm talking about.
He didn't freeze up against the 49ers. He had like almost 400 yards passing.
Yeah, he killed them.
They don't win though. They don't win.
But
it wasn't because of him.
Right. It was because of the they had no defense.
I got the Bucks.
All right.
Well, the thing about the playoffs to me is a playoff loss is never, to me, freezing up. You're always playing against one of the best teams in the NFL. So somebody got to win, somebody got to lose every game.
Right.
Now, if you just completely nut up, you go out there and stink it up, throw like 4 interceptions. That's something different. But my heart wants Tampa Bay to win because I'm trying to be better, right? I'm trying like Luka Doncic, for instance. I'm trying to enjoy his career. I'm trying not to hate people. I'm trying to just watch sports, but I hate Aaron Rodgers. Really do. The throw to the sideline against the Cowboys, and then when he did the discount double check afterwards, and it just he's done too much to me. But I don't.
FYI,
This is personal.
Tony Romo outplayed him that year when Des caught it, but
yeah, and Dak outplayed. Dak slugged it out with him as a rookie, but I'm trying to stay off that. So I'm trying to find a way for Tampa Bay to win, and the only thing I can hope is that with Vita Vey being back, that they're stopping the run. Because if they get after the passer, Tampa Bay gets after the passer, and with Bakhtiari being out, that's my path to victory. But if you made me bet with a gun to my head, I would say Green Bay by like 6 points.
Agreed. I would say the same thing, man. Again, they went up against the number 1 defense, and that number 1 defense wasn't too bad, to a degree. But man, you just got to think about how good Aaron Rodgers is playing. Period. It's a problem. He's a real situation right now. And you already know he's gonna throw the ball to Devontae till it hurts, and he's gonna catch it. He's gonna catch it. He's gonna probably get 3 touchdowns. It's gonna be a good game. I think this is gonna be a high scoring game. Truthfully, I think both games are gonna be really, really good. I don't know what the surprise would be, but Buffalo Bills beating Kansas City overall.
Buffalo gonna get worked.
You know what I mean?
Who's Tampa's number 1 corner?
I forgot the kid's name. But he's pretty good. I forgot his name, but he's pretty good because he was hurt. He was hurt for like 3-4 weeks, and then he came back. And then the Oh, you said Tampa? I apologize.
Because Zaire Alexander is Green Bay's number 1 corner.
Right. That's what I was thinking about.
It's a dude maybe watching named Super Bowl Code that will not let you not know Zaire Alexander.
So I'm on this one. I'm gonna go with the Packers, but I'm not even gonna discuss Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is gonna be Aaron Rodgers. I think the surprise on this is gonna be the dogs at running back that they got, the 2-headed monster with Aaron Williams.
But
they're not giving them credit.
Against the run, and
don't matter. You have a totally different team. You can't. It's tough to be good against the run and the pass. So Rodgers is going to be lighting them up to where you can't commit 6 or 8 in a box. So Tampa can be good against the run when the
but
team.
But that's what I'm saying with Vita Vey, Sue, JPP. They got really good run defenders up front. Like this ain't a team that has to provide a lot of resources to stop the run.
Yeah. I mean, I think Aaron and the fact that this, again, a second game typically doesn't go the same way. History shows you when a team played you the first time and they lost that game, history shows that second time the game is much closer or that second team makes adjustments and win.
I'd like to see some data on that, Mike. I feel like you might be shooting from the hip.
Mike, listen, that was one of those statements that, I know my team lost in the regular season, but I'm really hoping that they win in the playoffs. That's all that was. He went.
Right.
He tried to throw some nice words to it to make it sound like
it sounds good. We're gonna roll with it.
But you know what, Mike, I understand what you're saying because the Packers played Detroit the second time, man. They had a hard time beating them dudes the second time around.
That's a division game. That's a division game. Oh, you can throw the record out. But I'll say this.
Look at the Saints and the Bucks.
That was 3 times. That was 3 games though, because they're division.
Don't matter. It's the second time.
They played them too many times. They played them too many times.
So here's something for the Bucks that I don't know if any of y'all know. Antonio Brown isn't playing.
Correct.
Exactly.
Right. So I think that's gonna still play a part. You really don't know. I mean, I think at this point everybody really hurt. So it's not like anybody's like 100%. But Mike Evans he we'll see. We'll see. But I think that it's probably not going to be as close as some people think. I think that Green Bay at least 16, huh?
So, and I think that helps him. I think that helps him with Antonio Brown not playing. I think they'll throw to Scotty Miller a little bit more, and they'll throw to Godwin, and they'll throw to Gronkowski and Mike Evans because he'll play.
Scotty.
Hey, so my take on it, and I'm gonna try to do exactly what Jamal did and tuck my personal opinion about Aaron Rodgers away. And I believe that Tom Brady will use whenever you can put any 5 people out there that can catch the ball, and he will find them. I think Tom Brady then wins by at least 10 points.
Man, it's gonna be
let's not forget.
game,
Let's
That's
not
a
forget.
16-point swing for me, Phil. That's all right.
Let's not forget that Tom Brady them does have somewhat of a balanced offense, and this could be the game that their backs show up. We know Green Bay's not tremendous against the run, and Tom Brady at this point in his career, actually most of Tom Brady's career, he's not afraid to hand that ball off or dump it short and take what he can get. And I think Tom Brady will slow the game down. I got it at 27-17.
You think it's in Arians' DNA to slow the game down?
I think, but if you listen to what Arian said this week, is that he's been letting Tom Brady do more coaching. He used the word coaching lightly, but they're transitioning a little bit away from the Arians air it out. I mean, he will still throw it deep, but if you watch Tom Brady recently, he's taking what the defense gives him. And yes, the Packers has, if not the top, one of the top 5 corners in the league in Jair Alexander. I have him behind Xavier from Miami.
You have him in front of Jalen Ramsey?
And I have him behind them too. I said he's one of the top 5. So I got him behind them too, definitely. But yeah, let's put him on Godwin. Okay, great. So now Mike Evans will catch all those 8-yard digs and 8-yard you all the way down the field. If you put him around Mike Evans, then they'll let Godwin eat wherever he wants to eat. It's just it's just too much. It's too much for Green Bay to do it. And again, I think that's where Aaron Rodgers feeling his legacy flipping away. I think that's where he forces it and makes a mistake. And someone brought it up. Fournette and Fournette will tote that rock in that game. And I think Bond actually scores a touchdown this week.
So I want to mention that Aaron Rodgers. Now it's the same possession, but he should have had 2 interceptions against the Rams. He got greedy toward the end of that half. Tom doesn't get greedy much, but Aaron Rodgers is really protective with the ball. I mean, he's thrown like 5 interceptions this year and like 2 last year. Like, I don't know about you saying he's going to make a mistake. Like, I think you're going to have to beat them by beating them. They're not going to give you the game.
I think so. Jamal, exactly what I'm talking about, right? I'm not saying pick 6. I'm not saying necessarily fumble or anything like that. I'm saying that was a opportunity in that last game to put 3 at the end of at the half, right?
Yeah.
And he threw 2 directly to the Rams defenders, and they didn't come down with it. I don't see
one
Tampa
of them was
Bay.
a terrible drop.
Yeah, both of them technically were terrible drops. One of them actually hit the guy in the arm, in the bicep, and he dropped it. So I just don't see that happening. If he makes one of those mistakes, I think it's only going to take 1.
Yeah, I could see that happening, Phil. Tom Brady, he's at a situation where the whole setup is almost like New England, man. He got two running backs he can go to faithfully right now. And so that's going to be interesting to see, you know. And if they got the run game going, I could see Tom Brady and them, winning this game.
So, Ern, let me ask you: both of his receivers, usually he has one that's like a really good receiver out of the backfield. Jones and Fournette are like they got to stop to catch the ball, right? They're both like defensive catchers. Do you think that hurts?
I think that's where they play Vaughn, the young kid out of Vanderbilt. I think that they will platoon those guys. Actually, I think the running backs are the players of the game, right? I think whichever team, with it's supposed to be 4 to 5 inches of snow, I think you will have to get the running back involved.
Who is typing?
That's her.
Oh.
So look,
that's not me.
It is you, Ernie. You're the only one on the cell phone.
Phil, you look like an in-between clumps. You know when the clump
I don't
was
mean
going
nothing.
from like.
I'm telling you, I use this program.
In between clumps. Damn.
Yeah,
Hey, Jamal, you look like Mega Man right now.
You know when the clump was like about to get fat, and then it was like.
Hey, Phil. So how about this? I'll make a bet with you, right? I'll make a bet with you. All right. If Tampa Bay, if Green Bay if Tampa Bay wins, I gotta give you, let's say, $200, right? If Green Bay wins, you gotta cut that stupid mustache off your face.
Wow.
Hey, look, I'm done with hair bets this year. Look, nope.
Yo, Phil, think of the
I can't take his last.
Hey, what if I up it to 300?
Hey, listen, the money don't move me. I'm not.
Damn it! Phil,
take the money, Phil. Take the money, Phil.
How about this? Next week, you got go now. You know what? I don't want you to get your mask now, but next week you got to put on. If your beard ain't grow back by next week, you got to wear a mask. I hate your mustache. I hate it.
Stupid.
He claimed he was a quick grow beard, so we should be mad.
Hey, look, hey Jamal, are you your dude that does your tape on beard? He's in DC.
Yeah, all right. Nah, this is natural.
You weaving it? Are you weaving it, Jamal? You weaving it?
Beard.
Nah, it's me. I know jealousy.
And nobody noticed. Mike, this guy Mike, just to be a jerk, he lowered his beard.
I lowered my
Hey, Ern, that's about as big as it grows.
Is that
I just lowered it a little bit.
Is it only a goatee now, or you got
the shadow? Nah, man, I'm on my shadow right now.
No, okay.
And that's another reason why the Bills are gonna lose. Like you ain't had a haircut. You ain't had a haircut in weeks.
I ain't got no hair, man. I ain't got no hair. I just put the shadow on the beard.
When's the last time you shaved your beard? I'll tell you. The weekend that when DeAndre Hopkins caught that pass, that was the last time you shaved your beard. Now you shaved it.
Live.
You're about to lose.
Look at that. The hate is in him.
Hey,
gotta get the boy, man. The hate's in him.
Hey, Mike. I hope you guys lose on a wide left kick.
I knew it was coming. Hey, wait. Keep talking so we keep the close-up on.
Well, Mike, I got a question for you, man. If you guys do lose, man, how you gonna feel?
Listen, I'm gonna feel. That's a great question. So, one, we're not gonna lose, but if we were to lose, I'm feeling accomplished. I can tell you right now, my team has already exceeded.
God, are we doing that?
Hey, listen, this is winners talking, Jamal. You gotta let women speak, okay? I need everybody who's not who didn't even make it to the playoffs on mute right now. Thank you. So, my goals this season. I'm just gonna take you back to Mike before the season started. Now, my goals have been pushed ahead, but my original goals was to win the AFC East and to win one playoff game to get the monkey off our back. We won the AFC East and we won 2 playoff games, and I've seen Josh Allen get better this year, a whole lot better. So, do we have all the pieces to win it all? Yeah, we got all the pieces to win it all. Is it our time right now? I don't know if it's our time.
Who's your pass
So
rusher?
we'll see.
Who's your best pass rusher?
We do it by committee. We don't have just one passer. Jerry Hughes is still Jerry Hughes has got the most sacks in the postseason so far.
So you don't have all the pieces.
We do got a passer. We got Jerry Hughes. Look who's got the most sacks this postseason. You'll see Jerry Hughes. You see the Bills there.
Which one of them dudes last year when y'all played us on Thanksgiving was doing this on the sideline?
Yeah, he know. Yeah, he was a free. He's a free. He's with Miami now. Shaq Lawson. So they took him. They paid him more money.
I think his name was Phillips or something.
Yeah, he's in Arizona. They paid him more money too. So we lost two of our good defensive linemen, but we replaced them with a lot less cheaper and rotational players that are still getting it done.
So you're a capologist. You ain't a fan. You're a capologist.
I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta pay the bills. We about to pay a quarterback. Some of y'all know about. So we about to pay our quarterback some money, so he's not disgruntled. He's worth his 40, 50 million. I don't know how Phil feels about Lamar Jackson getting 40, 50 million. I don't think it's the time to sign him for that. I don't think he's worth
50 million?
Yeah, I mean that's the going rate for a quarterback right now. It's going rate for a quarterback.
Josh Allen 50 million?
50 mil. He's gonna get 50 mil, especially if he win this game. He's gonna get 50. He's gonna get 50 million. I can tell you that right now. 50? He's gonna get a lot of it up front.
Except
I'm with you on 40. I'm with you on 40, but 50.
Okay, we'll come back to this, but yeah, he'll get 50 mil. It's not going to be a 10-year deal like Mahomes, but he'll get a 50 million. 200 something quarter.
He's the same age.
Because he's smarter than that. He's smarter than Mahomes. That's a dumb deal by Mahomes. So I can tell you, Josh Allen is going to be way smarter than Mahomes taking a 10-year. 10-year deal with the salary cap going up as crazy as it is, and with the TV contracts about to renew.
Hold on. Hey, there are some escalators in his contract. It's not he can get way more than what his contract says. So
I didn't hear about it.
Is it dumb? Is it dumb? I wouldn't say it's dumb. I think it's different. Hey, black man, get your money. That's what I say.
I'm gonna say it's done with the way the salary cap in the NFL has been going up and up and up in these new TV deals. So yeah, that's only next year. That's because of COVID. But the year up is they get a chance to renew once COVID is all over. Everybody got their shots, and people are still watching football.
Yeah, but when is $500 million done?
Yeah,
it's not all guaranteed.
It's a lot of money, though.
It's a lot of chicken. It's a lot, but it's not guaranteed. And we said that. Remember, again, I brought this up last show. Remember Scottie Pippen. That's all I got to say. How long he was locked in that deal before the NBA players, like you got, 12, 15 string players that made more money than Scottie Pippen.
So look, I'm not going to let you off the hook. I'm not going to let you off the hook like that. Jamal, you get addressed them. But the Scottie Pippen and Patrick Mahomes, that's 2 different contracts.
Yeah,
that's $2 million. Yeah, go ahead, Jamal.
It's one player taking a gamble before the salary cap went up. So I don't see the difference.
Yo, so damn well if Patrick Mahomes is not getting the going rate, if the rate exceeds him, they're gonna redo his contract. Exactly. The contract is so you have maximum flexibility. He's getting something on the front side, some level of protection. But
and they get to sign all the players that they want.
Yeah, and 55 million starts to be the going rate, and he says, "I'm chilling unless I get a redone contract." They're gonna redo his contract. He's Patrick. He's truly generational. He's gonna get his bread. He ain't gonna never be underpaid unless he chooses to.
Absolutely.
You're talking about a guy that's with his high school sweetheart that is average looker at best. I mean, he's a different type of dude. Maybe
Yo,
he don't
come
care.
on.
Damn, Jamal.
Is this Donald Trump? Jamal Trump on there?
No. That's facts, though. He's
I'm
right.
saying it from the standpoint of that's showing some level of
Scotty,
integrity.
you think your average looker?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yo, below average.
What I'm
Jamal
saying,
Trump?
the average 20. I'm saying the average 24-year-old with his money.
Yo, I could pull him better than that. Yo, sorry, wife watching. Yo,
we got Donald and Jared Kushner on the show.
No. I was giving him a feather in his cap, saying he didn't go out and say get off the squad.
Nah, Jamal, you got to be real. This wife is trash. Yo,
Hey, no way.
Me Too movement. Come on. Y'all got to get canceled.
Hey, Scotty, that's too far.
That is way too far. That is way too far, yo.
All right, so
you can't do that, dog. You can't do that.
All right, so I apologize. His wife has a beautiful personality.
Actually,
let's move on, man. Let's keep it on sports, man. That is inappropriate.
So, Ed, did you take the scores?
Man, y'all about to lose all 2 sponsors.
Yo, you a real arrogant dude, Mike.
What you say,
Nah, did you take the scores? Everybody gave a score for the 2 games.
I don't. I know. Yeah. I know Phil did, and
I think it's gonna be a little more low scoring, 26-20. Green Bay.
You think that's low scoring? I don't think that's low scoring.
26-20.
I think that's low scoring.
That's low scoring.
Yeah, that's way the over under is probably going to be close to 50 that game.
Right.
That's 46. All right. I'll tell you what the over under is in a second. What you got, Scott?
Now I told you. We talking about the Kansas City game, right?
No, Tampa Bay and Green Bay.
I got 35-28.
Damn.
You got high score games all weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
But who you got? Tampa?
I got Tampa.
Tampa's not scoring 35 points.
That's what I got.
What you got,
I got 35-28. I got I think the run game's gonna be a little too much, and Packers is gonna have to play from behind. I got Tampa Bay.
Ooh. All right. So the over under is 51.5.
Yeah, I went up.
Yeah, they'll pass that. They'll pass it.
I think it's gonna be under as well, but I have
Green Bay defense not that good, man. Like as advertised like that, and he's going up. They're going up against Tom Brady. Come on now. Tom Brady.
And I think
the playoffs, and they at home.
Weather, brother. Yeah, I got to remember the weather in Green Bay.
Yeah,
don't forget about that.
Tom Brady played in New England, bro.
In like 4 games or something. Like they've been.
It don't matter. The rest of his players from Tampa, they ain't playing it. His receivers already don't run good routes.
Hey, Mike, you picked Green Bay, right?
Yeah, I picked Green Bay. Absolutely.
You know why you picked Green Bay.
Yeah.
You don't want to see Tom Brady.
I don't care. I want to see Tom Brady. I want to beat Tom Brady. So I'll be happy either way. But I want Green Bay.
Patrick Mahomes is in the way of that.
Stop it.
So,
yeah. It's true. Patrick Mahomes is in the way, man. So it is what it is.
Mike, did you pick the Bills?
Of course, I picked the Bills. What do you mean? Did I pick the Bills?
So next week is gonna be.
The question is that
we're gonna be on here talking about Patrick Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers, and don't be surprised if you see another State Farm commercial that was already done for that. State Farm is gonna be able to do what Nike couldn't with LeBron and Kobe, you know, and we're gonna see. I just my heart. But I tell you what though, if it is Mahomes versus Tom Brady, I think that they have storylines for days. Is it going to be the passing of the torch? Is Tom Brady going to get his 7th? You know, so I think if we're talking storylines, I think the only storyline with Buffalo, and I'm not saying anything about Buffalo like bad wise. I think that they're gonna talk. You know, can they get their first Super Bowl? They're going to talk Josh Allen versus one of the older quarterbacks, whether it's Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady. Now, I think if it's Josh Allen versus Aaron Rodgers, that's actually a damn good matchup. That's actually a damn good matchup. But for the sake of my sanity and not having to deal with Mike for a whole nother, Buffalo cannot go to the Super Bowl. I can't deal with Mike.
I know you're tired of me, man. Listen,
whether it's win or loss.
I apologize in advance, y'all. I'm not this bad.
Because here's the thing. Because whether if Buffalo makes it to the Super Bowl, whether they win or lose, ain't much shit you could talk. I never understood how somebody could talk trash to somebody that lost in the Super Bowl. I never understood it. I never understood it. And so, yeah, you can say, oh, but you lost 5 Super Bowls. We were in the Super Bowl. So I you know, and I don't want to hear that from Mike. I mean, I think he got to the conference championship. Let him get his milk and cookies and go on about himself. You know, because I'm sick of Mike. Okay, so
milk
get your
cookies.
Yeah, your milk cookies and your buffalo wings. Okay, and get out of here. But I will say this, and I'll give Benny the Butcher his props before we get up out of here. That is a tough tune for the Bills. I think that is. I ain't gonna lie. I done played that joint a few times because, you know, I'm a fan of Benny the Butcher, but that's a tough tune. And yeah. So there you go. Like, you happy?
I appreciate it. And listen, you'll be jumping through tables next week after we beat.
Absolutely.
After we beat that team.
Hey, can I get 50?
Liking the phone, you like my hat. What you say?
Can I get 50 more out of you? Can I take the Chiefs?
Ooh.
We already got 2 on there. We already got you want another one? We can do that too. Listen, yeah. Hey, hold on. Let me check to see if I got it. Hold on.
No, I was gonna say let's do that one for a bill.
Okay. Yeah. We good. Let's do it.
Let's do that one for a bill though. Let's just put 100 on
This ain't nothing but money, my man. Let's roll with it.
Okay.
So we got the 2 $50 bets and the $100 bet.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's I'm with you.
Coffee
Mike,
I don't take a whole lot of time. I need mine like the day after.
Hey man, it ain't nothing but money I've been collecting all year. Appreciate you. Thank you for your donation.
You good? You good?
Hey, all I know
Gotta feel it.
All I know is, fellas, this has been fun. Sorry about my computer issues. I'm actually, once we get off of here, I'm gonna go into full IT mode. I just couldn't. I didn't want to risk. You know, getting disconnected and then, you know, y'all joking on me or me freezing and having to earn the earn.
Money had it. I knew he was gonna say my name. His computer.
No, they said it already. I was just repeating what they said. They said it already.
Nah, man. Get your IT guy on that, man.
Charles, I think Charles trying to hack you. Charles trying to hack you.
Probably did.
Nah. But again, fellas, this has been great. We made our predictions. Super Bowl. Real quick, Scott is gonna. Scott already has a draft.
Hey, Mike.
Scott already has a DraftKings lineup set up. Hey, Scott, it's 20 people, right?
Yeah, 20 people.
So it's for 20 people. I think we already got like 6 or 7 in and $50 a piece. Is it winner take all?
Winner take all.
So winner take all. So if you set your lineup, I'll post it on the off the record page. I'll post it on my page. I know these guys will probably play. And let's have some fun with it. If you do sign up, you know, we'll make sure we have you on here next week, especially if you win. But yeah, anybody got any parting shots?
Yeah,
go
Chiefs.
Mike's an asshole.
I'll take a part in the shot. We only got 3 people that signed up
right now.
Yeah,
well, I didn't even sign up yet, so.
I don't even have a draft.
Me neither. I got
account. Like I don't know how to do it.
You're not in the chat groups.
Nah, we
send it to him individually, but he don't know how to do it. Him and some other guys.
Nah,
but I mean, I wouldn't recommend if you never done DraftKings.
No, I would recommend if he never played it.
Yeah,
exactly. Make the pot higher.
Ant?
Make the pot higher. Yeah, what you doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit it out. I'm gonna just keep my wins from Mike, Money Mike, as they call him.
You gonna find out on Sunday why that's my name.
But before we go out, it's only right that we get out the man of the hour in the solo shot. No, hey, no. Hey, Phil, let's go, Phil. Come on, man. Hey, Phil, you and that stupid mustache front and center. So I want to say shout out to Phil. Hey, man, you was a man of your word. You shaved on air. Your mustache, I hate it, but again, you honored your bet, and as man, we feel like let's get Phil some horns, man. Let's get Phil some horns.
Salute you, brother.
Hey, but
yo, Phil, that's real stuff, man. I hope everything goes.
Your mustache sucks. but yeah, man. So again, we'll be here on Wednesday off the record, 7 p.m. And yeah, man. Anybody got anything else before we get up out of here?
Yeah, Lakers in 6.
Hey Jamal, shoot me.
We're not talking about basketball right now, Jamal.
Shoot me the beard guy's name.
What's that?
Shoot me the guy who did your lace front beard.
Let me get that number 8.
Oh man,
that's cute, Phil.
All right, man. So,
all right, fellas.
Yeah, I get it.
Appreciate you.
We out. Scott,
all right,
Scott number. All right, y'all.
Anthony Adebayo.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes. You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com.